Ow! Hello? What was that? Oh my god. Welcome, and welcome back to the worst stream you've ever done witnessed. I'm your host, Snoop Doggy Doo. That's not actually true. I'm sorry the stream's starting a little bit later than usual. Ended up having to turn the power off to replace a broken light bulb. All that kind of crap. Basically it broke off in the socket. There was glass everywhere, then had to clean that shit up, and you know how to. Chicken who? Anyway, we are actually finally back on Borderlands, and by that I mean we played this yesterday. Normally I play Destiny on Sundays, which is today, time of this stream. I just didn't feel like it today, so we're playing more Borderlands.
To truly stop Jack from
What do you think of that?
warrior, you cannot just steal the vault key. You must destroy his catalyst.
What about I destroy that pussy, bitch? That didn't sound as cool as I thought it would be. Like, Jesus. Honestly, it was kind of lame. Oh.
Jack spent years pumping me full of iridium,
Oh.
using me to charge the key and manipulate his enemies. Destroying the
Get on that face, girl.
injectors that keep me alive. Stop the key from charging.
Wait, how old is she?
Servitude.
We'll just assume it's over 18. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh, those dudes might be a problem. I forgot about them. Angle. Chicken who? Alright, we're one level away from that. Ooh. Wait. That is the slag one, right? Second turret? Changes both guns to fire slag. Fantastic. What I thought. This is amazing. Hopefully that's enough.
Yes, just like that.
Yes. Here we go. I don't know why I really wanted to play this today too. Even though I struggled like a mofo yesterday. Coward. 1. 2. 3. And I can't stop believing. Look at that. Go online.
Sentry deployed.
This is the deployment of the sentry. Ooh, no. Not like this. Alright, let's throw it over here. That way it gives him the old suck drop. Should kill them both. Fantastic.
That's right. Let her mow you down.
Lower her down. Ow, ow, ow. Kinda thought my turret would do something about that, honestly. Can't believe I'm having to waste grenades on these things. You a problem. Have a nice day, man. I should have thrown it the other way. My bad. Should have thrown them here. So we'll do 2. That should kill them all, I think. Ooh, oh that's right. The angelic guards are actually pretty resilient. Oh, fuck. Whack. Whack him up. Hello? Don't call me Snake. Why'd he call me Snake, dude? Yes.
Did I miss something? Or is Angel a siren?
Yeah, she's been a siren the whole time, my dude.
Right, I'm on it.
What an idiot.
Meet my lady friend.
Eat my lady friend. Do something, turret. I was kind of hoping it'd go after them. Why did he just call me Thaddeus? What? Is my name Thaddeus? I feel like it's not. It's honestly kind of hard to tell at this point, though. Okay, I thought I could give him the old suck job, but it turns out I can't. This is a problem. I'm dead. With no chance of coming back. Yay! Oh, he might die. Oh, yes. Ow. Do, 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 do. By the way, this isn't that important, but I got a, what is it? A content ID claim, which is, it's like not a huge deal. It usually happens when like a game has music that's copywritten, and they usually claim it and either demonetize it or monetize it for themselves. So if you've ever seen ads run on one of my videos, it's not me making money, it's whoever owns the music. Anyway, it's happened a few times. Usually, like, for example, on the intro videos of the Borderlands series, that there's usually like a copywritten song or two at the start of them. Anyway, this particular time, I'm pretty sure the song that they were claiming it was isn't that song. They claimed it was something called Your Ocean. I'm not gonna say who is claiming to be the rights owner, because honestly I don't remember, but also I don't think that'd be fair to them, because it's probably just an algorithm making the claim. Anyway, they claim something that I know that they're probably not the composer of, because they claimed it by the wrong title. It's actually a Doom song from that series, if anyone remembers that. I still need to finish those, by the way, and I feel like I plan to, but I don't know, I just haven't felt like going back to it for a hot minute. Anyway, maybe I'll play it tomorrow, I don't know. Anyway, it got claimed, and that's not a big deal for me. They didn't take it down, so that's totally cool. But it was like 2 minutes of really quiet music from the game, and it's by a composer who is not them as far as I'm aware, and for a song that they got the name wrong on. I believe the song is called like The Implant or something. I don't quite remember, but basically they got the wrong song name, so I'm fairly certain they're wrong, and it's probably just like the algorithm's fault, because it was really quiet and I was talking over part of it. I just thought that was funny, but I find that also a little ridiculous. Like, if somebody, like, how can the algorithm claim something that it's, oh fuck you, Roland. In all honesty, like, it doesn't, so I can't say it doesn't sound like whatever they're claiming it's supposed to sound like, because I cannot find the song that they're claiming it is anywhere. Like, no matter how hard I try to search for it. They also don't tell me who wrote it. They just like tell me the name of the song supposedly, and I can't find it. But like I was saying, it doesn't seem to add up, because I know who wrote the song, and I know it's not called what they're saying what it's called, and I actually let them know that. So I'm hoping, not that I'll like make money off of it either way, right? Because I can't monetize my YouTube videos since I'm too small. But I'm hoping that maybe it helps out their algorithm I don't really know. Like, I just found that really odd, and I feel like that could get really bad for either someone creating their own music specifically, like that's the worst case, or you know, someone like me, but who actually makes money. Like that seems a little ridiculous to me that you can kind of, like, again, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's probably just like a bot that, you know, listens and compares and it's like, oh, this is close enough, this is our work, let me claim that. That's my guess. But it seems a little unfair that it's like weighted towards them and they get to basically more or less have a lot of say in what could happen to that content. So like, it's a 3-hour stream that I posted the bot of, and it's like 2 minutes of music and I'm talking over it and it's super quiet. Like, first off, if that were my own composition that got claimed by someone else, so I was the actual artist, in this case, who was this? I think it's Robert Prince. Hold up. I think the guy's name is Bobby Prince, who did the Doom soundtrack. Let me look this up real fast just to be sure. That's weird. There we go. No, not Bobby Brown, thank you. Bobby Prince. Yeah, so I believe that it's the song they're claiming, I believe, is by Bobby Prince. But I would kind of be pretty mad. I mean, particularly if I were the copyright, damn it, the copyright claim owner myself, right? Like, he could copyright claim it for himself. Why should this company be able to claim something that they don't even seem to know the title of? Because it's probably, you know, I get that it's probably an algorithm doing it and it's wrong, but it's like, should they really have that much power to basically call for either, basically they would either be able to force me, if they so choose, they would be able to force me to take down the video because I'd be profiting off of it. I'm not, so I don't have to, no matter what, I don't think. But they would either be able to force me to take it down, force me to share revenue, or just take all the revenue themselves if I were to either not dispute it or whatever. But it seems to me that that's a fraudulent claim that they're making. And again, most likely, whatever this company is just using some sort of automatic bot. And, you know, that shit makes mistakes. Some songs might sound similar, all that stuff. So, mistakes happen, but that also kind of exposes, like I was saying, a little bit of too much weight behind a claim, I guess, made by a robot. Like, it seems a little too flawed because, again, I can't find the song to compare, the song that they're claiming it is to compare. I mean, for all I know, they stole that music from Bobby Prince. Maybe he should be able to claim them. But it just seems ridiculous to me that they can claim other people's work, even if it's a mistake. Like, that seems, you know, as if there's no real oversight there. You know, that should have made its way to an actual human being who should have been like, oh, you know what, this bot's right. This probably is our work, and I can tell it. You know, I have a discerning ear. I'm not just like picking up on certain frequencies or notes or something like that. Fuck, I messed that up. That's actually pretty big. Ooh, she gonna die. I know, I just feel like, oh damn it. What the heck? Did my system crash? No. Streamlabs is still running. I did drop a bunch of frames for some reason. Okay. Streamlabs, you okay? Looks like all my hotkeys are running. I'm sorry about this. I think my NVIDIA drivers might have just like snuffed out or something. Okay. Let me we'll turn on my ceiling fan. Maybe it's too hot in here for it because it's a little toasty. Doesn't really feel that hot, honestly. That was interesting. Just slap my blinds. What is? There we go.
Stay on your toes.
There we go. I guess that's all I'll really say about that. I actually did. I did, like, file a dispute, and if for some reason I think that should cause somebody on their end to review it, and if some reason they like still say it's their work, I'd be very surprised. I might ask them if it allows me to, like, for a sample to see how they're getting that. But I usually don't dispute the copyright ID claims because it's very audible, and I'm not making any money anyway, so I could file that dispute immediately and actually stop them from making money on it, I think. But I don't really mind, like, since I'm not making money anyway. The game just crashed, huh? Alright, that's unfortunate. Let me open up UVGA Precision XOC. I don't have any overclock, it's actually, the card is running stock. But I'd like to maybe turn up the fan speed to see if that's the problem. This is a little weird to me. So is that 64? Nope, not 66, 55% fan speed. That should cool it pretty adequately. Very sorry about that. That does really suck because now I have to do that whole section from the start. So we've kind of just wasted 15 minutes of time. But like I was saying, I usually don't bother to dispute them, even though I'm pretty sure it being in the game and me largely talking over like music in the background is considered fair use, because it's not the feature. Like it's not me just uploading the song, titling it the song, and, like, you know, hyping off the song for views. It's not just me using them. It's just a matter of they already, you know, it's in the game. I'm talking over it. It's probably like very quiet. That's why I actually muted the music for these games, because I was getting claims on them. And it's like, again, it's not really a big deal to me. Oh, I have to start from the fucking start with no grenades. Are you kidding me? I don't think the turret will even shoot them, will it? I literally can't do this. Let me see if turret will shoot them. I don't think it will. Okay. Can I get back up here? I can. Does the melee trick work? It does. That sucks. I was kind of expecting it to keep half my progress. I died. What? Alright. But like I was saying, shit, what was I saying? Fuck. Something along the lines of, I don't usually dispute them, even though I think they fall under fair use, because I don't make money anyway, and I do kind of support the idea that, you know, musicians should get credit for their work. But it's very obvious I'm not, you know, trying to steal their product or their work. And I don't think they'd have much of a case because it's not monetized. I mean, even if I were to dispute it, I think the worst thing that would happen is they would just be able to monetize it or have it taken down. I don't know why they would do that. Since we're stuck at 21, or 0 rather, go ahead and do this. To be clear, this isn't a content strike. I don't think. Maybe I should have read it more thoroughly, but I'm pretty sure it's just an ID claim. So a strike would be like a huge hit on my channel. I think it might even prevent me from uploading since I'm so small or something. And that would have like negative consequences. If you have like 3 of those or something, you're banned for life from YouTube. Really? The game crashed again? Memory manager? I don't even know what the fuck that means. It's pretty infuriating though. I'm gonna close Steam entirely and reopen it. See if that does anything for us. Probably won't. And I'm actually a little concerned because I don't want to keep having to start this zone over. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch. And it's fucking stupid. Keeps breaking up my train of thought too. Yikes. I guess my biggest issue here is that they're just able to claim anything like at this point. Like it's very obviously, I guess I can't say it's not what they're saying it is. I think I might change this haircut thing. Kind of looks like General Knox here. It's kind of creeping me out. But it's like, I can't find the song they're claiming it is, but I also know exactly what song it is, and it's not titled what they claim it is. So that seems a little suspicious to me. I'm not accusing anyone of anything here, by the way. I'm just saying, like, this is probably like on either their algorithm or YouTube's end. Like, there needs to be something between those layers where they make sure that, you know, if, like I said, the actual song is by Bobby Prince, not them. I guess unless they represent him and he's changed the name of the song since it was released. I don't think they have, because if you search the name of the song, it's that soul that comes up, the song named what it is. Go ahead and reclaim that. Or did I guess it didn't switch these, right? Yeah, because it crashed me. But if you search the name of the song, you get the song that is playing in the background, and not anything named whatever they claim it is. And it seems to me that if Bobby Prince wanted to claim that, that's a different story. Like, I still personally think, you know, it's in the game. I'm obviously, like, it's kind of, I don't know, if I were like just directly uploading the song and putting like ads on it or like claiming it was mine, I totally get claiming that. But if I were the content creator and it was like in a game and people were playing the game and it was playing in the background, I probably wouldn't claim that personally, but I would understand that they do it because I think it's within their rights. I'm pretty sure it would be. But I don't think it's within someone's right to claim something that they didn't do that I have up. Because what if I were the actual content owner of that? So what if I were Bobby Prince? Or if Bobby Prince, you know, the other option is if he wanted to claim that for himself. These people are effectively interfering with him, or if I were him or whoever, like if this was a different scenario and I created my own song and they claimed it, you know, that seems to me to be a huge problem, that they can just claim stuff that they very obviously did not create as their own just for the sake of maybe tying up money or hoping you don't dispute it or something. That's not what I'm accusing them of doing, though. By the way, I'm just saying, like, that seems like an easy way to abuse the system. Again, my guess is it's just a stupid algorithm with, unfortunately, without oversight. And, as a result, the, you know, the song is claimed, and you know, if it were monetized, I would, well, actually the VOD is like a few months old, I think, at this point, but you know, like if it were monetized and I had just released, you know, my new single or something, and they claim that, they would basically either have the potential to demonetize it, which means I would make no money for the amount of period that they claimed it, if it were like instant, for example, or they could take the revenue, and I don't know that they'd really be forced to give it back. I would assume they'd legally be required to, but I don't think YouTube would do anything about it, so I would have to pursue that on my own. So like if I were an actual creator who made money and they claimed it falsely, I'm not, you know, I'm not, but like if that were the situation, they would probably just be able to hold my money hostage until I forgot about it, and it, you know, it would be a pain in the ass, basically. It would basically be likely too legally costly to bother going for it, unless I was doing it out of principle, in the hopes that the court would, in fact, take my side and award punitive damages or something like that. And I think that, you know, again, I'm not accusing the company who's done it this time. I'm just saying that if this is all theoretical, this is all hypothetical and whatnot. Like, if that were to happen, like, their idea would just be to, you know, do that. And I'm pretty sure this does actually happen. Like, they'll just claim things. Again, not this company that's done it. I haven't even mentioned their name, so it's, I think we're good there. But I'm pretty sure it does happen that companies do just like claim things in the hopes that you're not interested in the battle that's going to pursue, or you're not going to notice until they've already got the money, and then it's going to not be worth the battle, like legally, or you're not going to have the money basically to fight it. Again, I am of the opinion, of the mind, that this is just a broken bot that recognized similar beats and was just like, oh, let me claim this for my master, and it's wrong, but it tried. So I don't know what to say about that bot. Good bot, bad bot. It tried, at least you tried. It's really not a big deal though for me in this situation. I just kind of wanted to address how it could be a problem for either a larger creator who did, you know, try to make money, or probably more likely a music producer. Like, if it's claiming wrong beats for its own, I could really see how that'd be a huge hindrance to someone, you know, producing, because, you know, sounds often will have inspiration. Fuck, how did I miss all of those? Am I stupid? But basically what I'm saying is, like, by that is, if you were to, like, create a song that you were inspired by something, and it, like, the beat was just, like, two notes too similar, and they claimed it, but it's very obviously not, that's just like time where you can't either monetize, if that's the what option they route, where they force it down and they like mess with your revenue. If the mistake were to happen to, again, someone who makes their own music, that could be huge. Or if it were to happen, maliciously, again, not the case with me, likely. I imagine not. Because, there's no money to be made on my videos, so why would they do it maliciously? But it's like, it could be used that way by other people. Like, it could easily be abused, since there seems to be no human oversight on the claim system. I think that there probably needs to be, at some point during the claiming process, before the claim is approved and my thing is claimed, there needs to be some sort of human oversight. And I think I honestly think that responsibility should probably be held by the claimant. You know, the person who's saying, this is my product. You know, maybe your algorithm can tag it, but you should have to have a human. And humans do make mistakes, so that would happen. But you should have to have a human who's like, yes, I agree with the algorithm, this is it. And then the ID then should be sent to Google instead of skipping out on that step. Well, Google as in YouTube, I believe Google owns YouTube. Sorry if I'm wrong about that. Pretty sure I'm not. But, you know, it should then be sent to YouTube. And then YouTube should be like, okay, well, you know, there are your options. You can force the video to be taken down. You can, you know, you can share revenue. You can take the revenue. You can ban them from making any revenue. All that stuff. And obviously, the person would still then have the option to appeal the claim, you know, because whoever's making the ID claim obviously is going to be biased towards themselves. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be malicious, but I would imagine if your algorithm says, oh, this is the song, and maybe it's like really close, and you're having an off day, and you're like, okay, I actually agree with that. So then they file it, you know, mistakes are made. Obviously, you would need to be able to appeal that, right, if it's clearly wrong. And then it should go to, I guess, YouTube or a third party who would then say, you know what, actually, they were right. And the guy who's filing dispute is wrong. Or, oh, you know what? This company's wrong. I don't think these are similar enough. This might be like an 80% match, but I'm pretty sure this either falls under fair use, or this is very obviously just inspired by it, and there's nothing against, again, the fair use of that. It's either a parody or, again, inspired, but it's different enough that they have the right to their own, you know, machination in that situation. It just seems like there's a little too much power in the claimant's hands here. You know, the person who's, it seems like so malicious when I'm talking about it, but it doesn't have to be. Like I said, I think it's probably a mistake. But like, I just feel like there's not enough oversight here to protect the creator here. And I get that there's probably stolen work all the time, and it's probably just easier for YouTube to be like, okay, we'll just instantly approve everything, every claim, because close enough is good for us. We'd rather not deal with the legal battle because it would probably fall on them as the host of the content. And this is just them passing the buck. You know, so since it's questionably, you know, done, you have to then dispute it and be like, yeah, actually these people are doing this maliciously, or no, I think their bot messed up. This is very clearly not the song they're claiming it is. They don't share the same title. This is actually someone else's work, but if they want to claim it, they can claim it. And to be sure, I'm not claiming to be Bobby Prince, or that you know, that's my work or some shit. I'm saying that it's obviously not the people making the claims work, unless I guess it's for some reason I cannot find, you know, the work under that name that they are claiming it is under, as well as, you know, it's obviously not that under that name on the soundtrack of Doom anyway. This has been a weird, like, hypothetical analysis? I don't know, I just kind of thought it was stupid that a claim can be made not, not on my content or on, a song that's in a game. It's happened before, right? I think the problem is that they're claiming it's theirs, and based on the evidence they've shown that it's theirs, it's not, because it's not Robert Prince. As far as I'm aware, maybe they represent him, and maybe for some reason it's filed, I guess, in their files as the wrong name, which I believe would fall under like some sort of mistake for me if I filed a dispute, or for them, a mistake for them, but like an understandable reason for me to dispute then, because since they clearly have it listed wrongly, incorrectly, that's hardly my responsibility to know what they have the alternative name of a song for, in their private records.
I got the shield down. Hit the injector.
Ooh, I can't believe I actually finished this without crashing.
Angel, you can stop this. I'll still forgive you, baby.
Dad, I have to tell you something.
Same.
You're an asshole.
Angel! No, Angel!
What kind of person would do this to their own daughter?
Kind of guy who deserves to die.
Yes.
Deploying sentry!
Defend him, turret. Ooh. Wait, we can slag him. Yeah. There's no way turret can't kill him if it slags him. She's dead, Jim.
Jack just lost his only way to awaken the warrior.
It's okay, turret, we'll
We
protect
got the
you.
vault key, but this isn't over yet. We gotta find Jack and take him out. Lilith, take the vault key to Tannis. I'm going after Jack.
Son.
You bastard!
I'm gonna.
Language.
Yes.
What's that?
I think that was English, by the way.
Don't pick a fight with a man with nothing left to lose. See,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you just how much you have to lose. And I got the most powerful siren on the planet to do it with. Lilith, kill the Vault Hunter. We've got a date to keep with the warrior. Do it, Lilith.
Ooh. Yes.
What happened? What the hell just happened? First Bloodwing, now this? Vault Hunter, find me a sanctuary. We gotta get Lilith back.
I just had to check real quick while I was kind of stuck. Oh, the game crashed. I'm gonna dude. Why is this crashing so much? I don't understand. I really don't understand why this keeps crashing. But what I was saying is, we were kind of stuck in cutscenes and dialogue there, where we couldn't move. And I've seen it hundreds of times, and I imagine if you're watching me, you probably have too. But I decided to look up all of his record labels, Bobby Prince, Robert Prince, the creator of the song in question that is potentially mislabeled or most likely misclaimed. And I don't believe he's been associated with the record label claiming the thing for the copyright owner. Looks like he actually perished, unfortunately. Is this right? I could have swore he did the soundtrack for Doom. Did they just reuse his music? I might have just did that. Oh my god, this is sad. I loved his music then. Apparently, citation needed for his death? How the fuck do you need a citation for a person's death? It's sad news if he apparently died in 2007. Absolutely love the Doom soundtrack. But, yeah, apparently he's never been associated with this act, but I guess after death they could have bought the music? don't really know how that would work. I don't think they could. Could they register a song named something else and name it or change its name? I feel like they couldn't, right? Friggin' Vault Hunters.
What the? How the hell did you get back there? Oh, friggin' Vault Hunters.
I mean,
Son of a bitch. Rub me blind.
I guess they could, but I feel like if they were to do that, I would be able to find evidence of that. And I couldn't.
I feel
Different. You look wrong.
Jack's using on me.
Hello. So that was kind of rough. We crashed a lot, and we're still crashing. So I'm pretty concerned at what's going on. I don't quite understand it, if I'm being honest. I don't really feel like it should be happening. And I don't really know what to do about this. But I don't really want to do, or try to do story and keep, like, having to start zones over because I'm gonna crash again.
He is not gonna kill Lilith. Jack still
You know what I mean?
charge the vault key. You just need to find out where this warrior is buried. There's only one place on Pandora that'll have that kind of
He's really animated all of a sudden.
Hyperion info stockade. Get there.
What does that say? Do I have a gun by any chance? I don't think I do.
The folks is
People of Pandora,
Yes.
my daughter is dead. Murdered by the Vault Hunter.
Murderers and jerkbags.
Decided
Like that hammerlock dude.
bounty on the Vault Hunter. And if you should kill that child-murdering son of a bitch before I do, I will find you, and you will regret denying me my vengeance.
Vengeance shall be mine. Roland's dead?
I remember the
Mm.
I healed him up after he killed some of Nine Toes' men. He seemed nice enough.
This century? What was the other one? Oh, I think it was resourceful. I'm guessing resourceful's over here. What is resourceful? Why did I go into this? What the hell? Oh, you know what? I guess it didn't really matter, huh? Because I would have been at 5, which would have put me here. And I would have needed 5 more to unlock this zone. That's why I did that. But where the fuck is resourceful? Am I blind? Oh. Oh, that's not too bad. But I'm not really there, so I'm not gonna buy that.
He deserved better.
By the way, I don't think I'm gonna, talk about the low claim anymore. I just, I think I'm not the only one with the opinion that it's a little too easy to file a claim. That mistakes will either happen or malicious things can happen. For example, there was like a little thing, I believe, about The Verge where it was believed that they filed something on a tech tuber for doing like a parody of their video or something that was really unpopular. That's a whole different thing though.
Look, Sam stole the cat without question.
Done.
She and O'Taylor were done celebrating our successful heist.
Jesus.
I saw her stuff the loot down her pants.
I just think the system needs an overhaul. Like again, absolutely, first off, didn't even mention the name of the company. Don't even know it, honestly. I don't remember it. But, I'm not saying they did it maliciously. I'm saying it seems too easy to be abusable. Like, and it's, you know, a mistake has been made, and you know, it seems like there are ways that I feel like it can be avoided with some sort of human oversight element, or maybe before action is taken, there should be a period of dispute, if that makes sense. Like, instead of just immediately giving them control over the monetization or viability of it as a video, we should, we listened to all this the first playthrough, so we don't really need to listen to this. Basically, like, you know, allow a dispute before, you know, somebody else is able to take the money from it or control that. Because I'm sure there are plenty of instances where it's totally warranted. Right? Like, I see it all the time, you know, those lyric videos, and they'll put an ad or two at the start, and they're just using someone else's music and putting the lyrics on screen instead of the music video.
Find Jack. Kill Jack.
I wanted to read this. Oh, it doesn't zoom in fast enough. Or far enough. I'm sure I can do that some other time. Cunt.
Check back later to see my new weapon.
So again, to be clear, as it, hopefully the final note on it, I'm sure it was an honest mistake made by a robot that they don't really have any control of in that respect. Like, it was just a mistake. But I think it exposes underlying issues with the system. And I doubt it'll be addressed because I'm nobody, and nobody will see this, and nobody will hear it. But I'd really be interested to know how it works that they're also claiming something, and if it is copywritten under a new name now, like if they own the rights under a new name to the song, how that really works, because that seems a little difficult. Like, whatever. Alright, I'm done talking about that. Talked about it too long. How come I can't just teleport to the Iridium Blight? I feel like I should be able to. Usually the second and UVHM playthroughs, or all that beyond playthrough 1, you can teleport to all the places you've been to. I don't know why I still call it teleport, it's fast travel. Damn. I should probably equip my skyrockets? Wait, what did he just say? Excuse me, Marcus? I haven't? What shots? Shots. Ooh, I'm getting shot. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way downtown. Oof! I think my skyrocket should be able to handle most of this. Also, we will likely, I think we're approaching the part, we'll likely farm for a pandemic. I don't think I can farm for a better fastball. I'm pretty sure it doesn't scale at any point during anything other than UVHM, which might make things a little difficult for some upcoming bosses. Honestly, I don't even know if I have anything that can handle Saturn. I mean, the pandemic might help.
Welcome to the Iridium Blight.
I feel like it might not. Like,
Still a crap hole,
I think I would need raw damage over like the small damage over time, because I don't think he's susceptible to like the true damage over time that would result from it. Alright, at least we can slag, although I don't think you can slag Saturn, but it'll help for these dudes. My man's got them hops. Wait, how did he get slagged? Flag. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Flag. Oh, he's a demon. I was like, why didn't he die from that? Oh, they're both demons. Okay. I guess this is actually probably my best bet, interestingly enough. Wait. Those can hit them? Wait, does that count as hitting? I'm gonna just spam these because I'm an idiot. Rude. Good thing I spam these. Yoink. You fuck well, butt fucker. Blabbling. How did that get unstarred? Why do I even still have that? It's useless. If King Mong's here, I'm probably just gonna skip him. Actually, hold up. Let me make sure that's triggered, just like me. Who the man's was that? I don't think I'm gonna bother fighting King Mong because obviously we're grenade only. I don't really think he has anything to offer us. Can this open, please? Thank you. Oh, he's not even there, so no big deal. No big deal. Yeet. Oh my god. I can't handle the V8. Okay, we'll cut that out of the YouTube edition. It doesn't matter, I'll get content ID claimed anyway.
Intruders detected.
Back.
Locking path to info stockade.
Miss me. Later, bitch.
Jack doesn't want us getting close to it.
You don't say. It's almost like we're his enemy.
Blow stuff up, that's my plan. Vault Hunter.
Yee.
Get the Sawtooth Cauldron.
That was uneventful. Is it faster to go the other way? Almost certainly, as long as you don't do what I just did. It doesn't matter.
My boys can blast open the path to the info stockade, but they'll
I don't
need
care
some
about
kind
your
of firepower.
boys.
You're gonna
His
steal some
boys?
explosives for 'em.
That seems awfully exclusive. I want equal opportunity. What about his girls? Huh? Rick sexist confirmed. Unbelievable. I'm not even fucking woke. Ridiculous. Men only want one thing, and it's death and destruction. That might be two things, by the way. No, I said she was the bomb.
You'll have to push through a buttload of salty, but hell,
I love
wouldn't be
pushing
fun
them, but...
otherwise, right?
Well, I thought that was a legendary for some reason. I mean, I guess it's like the gold 2 from the selection.
Slayers have been fighting the Salty
What's wrong with my voice? Am I dying?
These bastards handed dozens of Vault Hunters
Jesus.
to Jack once the pay got
I don't
good enough.
need to kill the guys over here,
All, Vault Hunter.
but I want to.
You spot.
I also kind of wanted to see how powerful this grenade was going to be. That seems sufficient. Never mind. Yeah, that's good enough. I disagree. I'm sorry you got no confidence, but that really has nothing to do with me, sir. Oh, he's dead. Grenado! I don't care about your toenails, dude. Oh, he thick. Oh, he's a problem. I think he's highly resistant to everything. Never mind, he's dead. What about his liver? Das spleen. Oh. He's gonna pick his nose. How's he still alive? He should be as dead as I am on the inside, damn it. Alright. Fuck. He decides to move like the moment I throw my grenade. I grenaded that to hit. Where'd the other one go? I'm shook. Did he just like faked me out. He was about to go and then he like stepped on the e-brake and caused me to miss. That was the greatest play I've ever seen. And this is why I don't do one life challenges. I'm not good enough. The amount of shook as I am, ridiculous. Good fuck. I hit these. Oh, could you imagine? That was super close, dude. I would have nutted. I hit these. I hit these. I hit those. First try. Oh, hold up, he didn't die. Fuck. Okay. Don't clip it yet. First try? Take this! 3,000 IQ throw, first try, let's go. We'll just clip like 2 seconds of that, and I don't know how to do this, so I might have to use one of those things, like pay someone to edit that, you know, because I can't have in like hit the amount of health he had. That would look weird, you know, it can't be first try, but we'll make it work. I think I'll put like a bunch of overlays or something. Maybe some like weed signs or some shit to show how dank that was, because that was pretty dank, wasn't it? That was definitely first try. Like, you can tell how dank that was by the amount of flashing I'll put on in the screen in post. I'm not gonna edit in post, by the way. If you're watching this on YouTube for some reason, first off, thank you. Second off, why? I'm awful. Also, let me know if you have suggestions, tips, or things you want me to do. But also, you might be wondering why none of that happened. It's because I usually just upload the VOD. I'm not gonna... It's a 3-hour stream, usually. 2 to 3 hours. I'm not gonna edit the whole thing. Unless I'm gonna edit it into, like, short montages, and I'm not good enough to do that. And I also don't... Like, I know how to edit it, but I don't know how to, like, edit it well. Like, I could chop it together and put some stupid effects if I wanted. Like, do that whole screen shake where it shrinks. And I'd be down to if it were requested, but I'm not gonna do that. Or mostly for a game like this. Maybe if I were doing like something competitive where I could get people's response. Like I get a stupid kill or I die stupidly. That would be kind of funny. But if it's just me dicking around, finding humor in my own stupidity, nah. Like just looking at things that I thought were funny and then like clipping them and then like downloading the clips or some shit that doesn't seem very cool. Like I don't know. But if somebody else thought that it was like funny too, I'd be down to do that. That would require me to play with people though. That'd be a big yikes. Alright. I need grenades. Hopefully we don't crash at any point here, because this is kind of like a very segmented and stupid zone. And it's gonna suck. I'm just killing time. go and grab this. By the way, I do potentially have some video ideas, like non-stream stuff, on like in real life stuff. I'm gonna work on that. Two of the things are dependent on whether or not the things work out. Let's just say they are an addiction. They're keyboards that I got for really cheap, but they haven't shipped yet. And if they get canceled or something because it was a price error, obviously I'm not going to go out and buy the real deal. But if I can, you know, if they come out, they get shipped. Okay. What just happened? Did that weird crashing thing again. I think my GPU might be having some probs tonight. That's interesting. Let's I don't know if this works while it's running. I'm gonna put it into debug mode real fast. That'll strip the factory overclock from EVGA, but it'll still run stock, which is more than enough to play Borderlands 2 and stream at the same time. I don't think that little frequency change should make a difference. But yeah, like I was saying, I do have some super cheap keyboards, and they're like really high quality ones ordered, but you know, if they go through, I'm totally down to do videos on them, because they were amazing deals. I might have a problem. I already have keyboards, right? But they were just like such good deals, I couldn't pass them up, and it's like, I can give these to my parents or aunts or something. It was just like too good to be true kind of deals, which is why I think there's a possibility of they get canceled. But on the off chance they don't, I'd love to do videos of them, and you know, if that happens, those are video ideas I'm thinking of. And if it doesn't, sorry, I got your hopes up. Mine were up too. It's kind of like, I guess, a mild, just channel update potential. I thought it'd be cool. I wouldn't be able to really make any money from those, by the way, because they're not like the glorious board I'm using now, where I'd get a referral code, which I'd like to thank anybody who did use my code. I believe there's been like 4 of you, which is awesome in that you were kind enough to use my code when you decided to purchase it. I just wish I could have saved you more money. I haven't gotten paid for it yet, by the way. Like, they're supposed to send you money or whatever at the end of a month whenever the code was used, but they haven't done that. Not really that big a deal. I didn't do it for the money, obviously. Otherwise I would have advised everyone to just be like, hey, go buy this. So cool. But like, there's no referral codes for either of these as far as I'm aware. So I can't, like, if I get them for the price, they were each 20 bucks, and they're phenomenal boards for that price. But like, I think one's like normally, hold up, is stream still working? We just had that problem and it's kind of looking like it's, have I been talking to myself this whole time? Oh, okay. You know what? I think Microsoft Edge is dying or something on us. I think this is what's been causing my problem. I'd say I might have to download Chrome to use it, you know, to watch my stream playback, but let's face it, I'd use like 60 gigabytes of RAM and I just ain't got it, brothers. But like I was saying, the reason I'm mentioning the referral code thing is I don't have one, so there would be no like deal. And I think the deals are done, like they're not available anymore, so it's like I can't help you get it. So it'd really just be a product review, you know, no referral code. I don't get anything. I can't give you anything other than my opinion.
Looks like the
but I will probably do a general price breakdown kind of similarly, in that I will give you like what I think are decent prices for it. Like obviously, like I said, I paid 20 bucks for them, assuming they ship. That's a phenomenal price. I think one was, I was gonna say the price, I don't know if I said it yet, but one was like 79 respectively, typically, and the other is normally 130. Which again is why I think they're probably price errors and might get canceled. But that's quite a disparity, right? And at 20 bucks, like I said, I think they're phenomenal deals. I already have a keyboard and I bought them, so you know, that's where the whole value stuff comes into. I think that's worth discussing in reviews. I know a lot of people just say like, hey, this thing's really cool, built well, that's all there is to it, go ahead and get one if you're interested, if not, don't. And they usually have much better footage than I do, or can get. But I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to sell it rather than trying to inform you in a lot of cases. I think it's mostly with people who are bigger than me but smaller than like the really big dudes, because they're just trying to like look really professional and like they know what they're talking about, which is understandable. And then they like can't really afford to piss people off because they might not get products anymore, and then they'd have to, you know, spend their own money, which is hard to do when you're small. So it's like, I wouldn't recommend one of the boards at 140. Like, why the fuck would I? But at 20 bucks, abso-fucking-lutely. I don't even own it yet, and I can tell you it's almost certainly worth that price.
I can still hear. Smelly, smelly.
I hope that makes sense, and I hope it makes sense. Like, I feel like I didn't really explain it that well because I had to cut a lot of shit for time in the GMMK video and the board I'm using now's video. Still using it, by the way. I really like it. It does have some software problems. I should probably do an update video on this because it's been a little more than a month, and I said I might do that, and it'll be more reviewy because I've had some hands-on time with it, other than like their keycap and switch stuff. But I probably should, like I said, do like a new, more in-depth, just the board review rather than a price breakdown kind of deal where I say I feel like it's worth it at this range and not this range or whatever. I just feel like that's something important that a lot of people don't do, probably because it requires some research and maybe they're given a product, or maybe they just feel like it's already a decent price but they don't want to tell you like there's other stuff because they don't want to bring it up, and there's a certain merit to that, right? Like, why compare things that maybe aren't quite the same? You know, a keyboard's a keyboard to a lot of people, but to others it's not necessarily. Like, there are so many factors and some people just might not consider it. So I'm not trying to shit on people who like just make, you know, oh, this board's hype, or this product's hype, and that's all there is to it. Because I watch those too. I've always felt that there's not. I'm gonna wait until Jack's done talking actually, but I feel like there's not a lot in the market. Okay, she's talking now too. Fuck's sake. In my gut? No. What I was saying is I don't feel like there's a lot in the market of like price breakdowns for things in terms of videos, and that's something I usually like to look for, and it's pretty much never there. With like, do people think it's worth it, you know, X product, or is this just more than it's worth? Or like, does X product exist? as competition. Like, obviously keyboards don't exist in a vacuum. You know, I talked about the N Pro 2. Spoiler alert, that might be one of the boards I got for 20 bucks. I talked about them being around 70, I think I actually said like 80 to 90. It does depend on the model, but now they're around 65 to 75 for the Kales and Gatorons, and like 90-ish for the Cherry boards of the N Pro 2s. And that's direct competition to this board, right? Like, the only thing it doesn't have is hot swappable keys, but instead it does have Bluetooth. And that's, you know, that's, unless you have a friend code for the Glorious board, which will make it around 110 bucks probably, depending on what Switch combo you got. That is the benefit, right? Like, you can get Switch combos. You know, that's pretty big competition. You know, that's potentially 30 bucks less. Depending on where you get it. I think it's like 79 bucks at Flash Cork, or I've seen it at 65, I think, at Mash Drop. That might have been with a coupon, and it might have been $20 on Banggood, and if you're down with that, it takes like 20 months to ship those apparently. I think that deal's dead though, and you can't expect that price. But I'm just saying, like, their products don't exist in a vacuum. Like, why, as much as I love this board, if the N Pro 2, something I haven't even had my hands on, but if that exists at $20 regularly, there'd be absolutely no reason to buy this. You can buy like almost every version of, you know, you can buy like 6 of them, right? For the same price as one of these in full if you bought it in its entirety from GMMK and you didn't like part out switches and get your own keycaps, right? That's about how much it would cost you. It would probably cost you less to get a GMMK if you did it like I did. You know, you can get ABS caps for like, I think I got mine for like $8. I got like a full white set that I parted out to match this the Top Shine set I'm using as well. The Top Shine set was free because there's some keys that weren't quite right, but you can't expect, you know, them to be free. That said, you can buy the plain white set, or I believe I've seen plain black, for around 78 bucks. I've seen them on Monoprice, and that's how much it cost me for the white set, like I said. Problem with those are, it's just in a fucking bag. Be a total pain in the ass to do from scratch, honestly. If I had to do every single key, I'd be kind of upset with that. Versus like the Top Shines came in a cardboard box where they were each in their own slot. But I wasn't really talking about that until just now. I should go back to what I was talking about before that, which was basically, you know, if you buy the keycaps, like, or let's just call it like twice that. Let's say you can't get any sales. It'll probably be like 15 to 20 bucks. Same price-ish as on GMMK for your own, but more personal keycap set. Like 15 bucks for switches. I think I've had a few people respond in the comments to that video saying that that's around what they paid. No, I think they got a different set, the 110 for 30s on Mash Drop or something. That's like, the things are available elsewhere, and it's just like a different deal in general. The main thing, I guess, with GMMK though is you can't get an ISO layout. That's a big benefit over the N Pro 2. I don't think the N Pro 2 comes in an ISO layout, which is the international board with the different enter and a few different key placements. So it's like, if you can get things for different prices for less that have all the features you want, I think you should know about them. And I get that not every YouTuber, particularly larger ones who have multiple projects going on, is going to be able to like look up all these different boards and be like, okay, this exists, this exists, this exists. Yes, this board's worth it, but also here's all of its competition you might want to consider. Like, it obviously just makes more sense if you're, you know, you're large enough that you're making money, but, you know, you're not large enough that you won't care if a company hates you or something. But you're also, like, not large enough to... It's like a combination of things, I guess. It's just like... I get why a lot of people don't, because it takes time, you know, to look at all these boards and see that they're different prices, and to look at the competition and at least like know their reviews, if not have hands-on experience. Obviously I don't have hands-on experience with a lot of boards because I'm not made of fucking money here, contrary to having just bought 2 boards for 20 bucks each. Again, I would like to either gift them, or I don't know, maybe I'll like the Pro 2 more. Bluetooth sounds pretty nice for a keyboard. But it's like, it's just a situation where I felt there was a void. I don't know why I'm trying to justify that video. I just felt there was a void in the market of videos, I guess, trying to do, you know, keyboard justifications, reviews, I guessn't, if you can call that that. I was super satisfied when I made it, and the more I've watched it a few times, I kind of feel like I can do better. Maybe that's why I bought these boards, just to try and do better. Watch it be worse.
Warning, you are...
But I just saw that there was nobody really saying, like, you can, you know, you can get the competition. At least for this product. I've seen, like, Linus Tech Tips do, like, different products reviews, and, like, other big people, like Base 2 Cents and shit. You know, they've... Damn it, I was just about to throw my turret. He sniped the fuck out of me. You know, I've seen them, like, the really massive guys be like, you know what, this product would be great, except there's this, and for this reason, I just can't recommend it. Or, you know, because of the price, I just can't recommend it. Or because this product exists, and I feel like you get more honesty as you get bigger, typically. But also, as you get bigger, you don't go over a little bit more obscure products that already have a lot of competition. So I don't think they had a video of the Glorious Compact, right? The board I'm using now. Obviously it just released. I'm sure they got an offer to probably review it, but like they don't have a video of that comparing it to like the Pro 2, or, you know, at least letting people know that like something like that exists, because it's not worth their time to do that. Whereas somebody, I think there's like a handful of smaller people but bigger than me, you know, they were reached out to because they were big enough for the company Glorious to like get exposure from, and they were reached out to, and it's a good product, so that all they did was say how good it was, and it is. I like it. I have minimal complaints about it, other than I guess it's main price. But I mean, it was my choice to not wait for a sale in this situation. But it's like, I actually didn't even pay that much considering I got all this stuff, you know, cheaper elsewhere other than the bare bones. But it's like, a lot of them don't have the resources to do research on all the different boards. They don't want to potentially ruin their relationship. Say they got the board free of charge but weren't paid to do the review. I imagine most people aren't willing to do that. I definitely would not do a paid review. I probably would accept a product for free in exchange for a review, maybe, if I liked it. But that also brings us back to that point of, you know, you see a lot of videos where, fuck. No, I didn't get my turret out in time because I like died. This is really difficult. Why have I not switched to my stupid lightning bolt? I'm so stupid. Yeah, this is so far. At least I'll have like 10 grenades by the time I get there. But like I was saying, like, it doesn't make sense to potentially ruin that relationship because they got a mouse coming out, for example, and if, you know, you already like the product, why mention the competition? You know, it's not the worst price for a board, right? It does do some unique things. Like, I'm not saying it's a terrible price. It's just that I think it could be a little more competitive, but that actually goes for some of its, I guess, competition, too? You know what I mean? Like the Ducky 1-2 Mini or whatever, it's like 130 bucks also, and I think that's overpriced. I wouldn't ever pay that, and I wouldn't suggest you do it either. I don't own one, and I can't tell you how good the quality is, but I've heard great things, and I'm sure it's a great board, and I would love one, but I feel like that's a steep price to pay. Maybe I'm just cheap. It's like, it seems to me like the normal and Pro 2, like, Kale box, which price is a lot more reasonable, like 79 bucks or whatever from Flashwork. And I totally get that people would do, you know, reviews in exchange for the free product, like they're given the product and they give their honest opinion, whether they like it or not. I dig that. And then I dig on top of that, where I was going for before I died there, is if I didn't like a product, like at all, I would probably look to send it back to them, and I wouldn't bother doing a video on it, right? Like, why would I showcase this thing and trash talk it? So that's probably why there's so many videos where it's just like, yep, either, you know, bought this product or got this product for review, and I love it, so here's all the good stuff about it, buy it. Because, like, why would you waste your time making a video over it if you've, like, been given the product or you bought the product and it's shit? So there's definitely that reason why there's not a lot on that end, but I do still feel like there's not that much where I don't want to say they're being, like, dishonest. Like, it's an honest review probably, because again, this is a great product. I do enjoy it. It does have some flaws and it is a little pricey typically, but I feel like a lot of reviewers just review things in, particularly smaller ones, review things in a vacuum, and I don't think that's what, like, that's not really what I like in a video, I guess is what I should say. Like, since I know keyboards don't exist in a vacuum, I keep that in mind. But, you know, if it were like a new product to me, I would like to know about its competition. But again, I get not mentioning it if it's a product given to you. Like, that just seems rude, right? Why would you mention their competition? If it's a good product especially, you're like, well, I mean, it's a fine product, no point in mentioning X board or whatever. I guess it's a little complicated. I just think that more people should consider maybe discussing certain things. I don't know how to put it. I just didn't really, like, I don't really understand why it's not a big trend to just be fucked. Damn it, this dude's insane. Hold up, I am stressed right now, dude.
Take this! Grenade out!
I think I only killed him because of the slag grenade, or slag barrel next to him. Oh. And those guys killed me like 6 times because I was like too too shit, honestly. I was too bad, but I was also a little, let's be real, I'll use the excuse, okay? Okay? I think I just had an aneurysm. I was a little distracted, but let's be real. I'm not that much better than how I was playing. I was like me at 98%. I don't know. I mean, I would say I got largely positive feedback on the general style. I did have a few dislikes on the video, and you know, that's fine. Like I didn't do it for likes or dislikes or views, really. I mean, I guess I sort of did it for views. It was sort of like I wanted people to be informed that there are other boards out there, and there's like it's really niche to get this thing that I'm using.
I want to be clear about something. This isn't about
But it's just like,
Pandora anymore. It's about you.
I don't know, nobody who
I can never
of the handful of dislikes, and I'm sure it'll go up over time.
destroying that flying
They didn't
city.
really say why,
Well, that's
and
a
I would have
start.
liked to have known. Like I can guess, it's a little disorienting the way I had to edit it because of, you know, footage. The fact that I use my phone camera and I had to put it on my mic stand to keep it steady instead of holding it for a lot of the lighting effects. I used my microphone, so I voiced over it. That causes some problems rather than like holding it and talking about it live. So it was just basically solid B-roll, more or less. The B-roll wasn't good. You know, I used my phone's camera, and it's, I think, a 1080p thing, but it looks a little fuzzy. Honestly, it's not great for 1080p, and I'm a little disappointed in that quality. Like, my guess is it's quality. I also kind of just, I spent a little too much time on the whole price thing, and not as much time as I wanted. And I justified that to myself. Like, I had the footage of it, right? Like, or the footage, the audio of me talking about like the actual product. I did it all. I just felt like it was super lengthy, and I just couldn't get everything I wanted in it, you know, to be succinct. And maybe that's another reason why people go ahead and just praise stuff. I see I dropped some frames, and I'm very sorry about that, by the way. I don't know what the problem is. Probably everything. But it's just like, I don't know. I can see there's a lot of problems with it, and I'd like to do better. I can't really do anything at the moment, sadly, about the quality of the footage. Like, I'm not well off enough to go and buy a camera just to make a few keyboard videos or something like that. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's sort of an investment, but it's also sort of not, because I'm nowhere near being able to monetize, right? I'd need, I think, like 10,000 subs or something at this point, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just not feasible. Like, I would have to probably spend about $100-ish, probably closer to $200 to $300 for something like actually pretty high quality, where I could then probably use its microphone. And it's just like more than I can unfortunately afford. It's not an investment I'm ready to make. Maybe in the future. I'd love to. I'm not saying I'm interested in becoming like some sort of professional keyword reviewer, by the way. Like, I'm not gonna just start cranking out videos on those. I mean, unless they're requested, I might do them, but where like I get again like that super cheap opportunity to do them. Just doesn't make sense sometimes. How did this get unstarred? How did I end up talking about that? What's wrong with me? Pretty sure I've been talking about this for like 30 minutes too. Well, time to sit in here for like 30 minutes. What else can I talk about for 30 minutes? Because I need grenades. You know what? I don't have enough grenades, so let's go and just switch to cooldown rate. That way we can cool down our rate faster. Yeah. Yikes. Silly me, I was thinking this was actually gonna be pretty easy.